Hi, I'm Deb Thomas, Chief Librarian of the Nelson Municipal Library, and I'm here today to talk about another batch of new books in our library. The only thing these books have in common is that they all have historical themes and that they're all newly arrived in the library. The very first book I want to talk about has a theme I think is relevant both to the world situation and to the season. It's a book about courage, the costs of war, and the reasons for peace. It's called Children of the Paper Crane by Masato Nasu. This is the story of Sadako Sasaki and her struggle with the A-bomb disease. Sadako was only 2 years old when the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima. 10 years later, she died. During her short life, she faced her disease with courage, and she helped to turn paper cranes into an international symbol of peace. Her classmates united to support her, cheer her, and to carry on her work, while she lay in bed fighting her losing battle with thyroid cancer and leukemia. She made thousands of paper cranes. Her death and the story of these cranes brought the suffering of the children of Hiroshima to international attention and served as an inspiration for a monument to memorialize these children. In the words of Dr. Yakuro, a senior consultant of Radiation Effects Research of the Radiation Effects Research Foundation, in this book, the struggles of Sadako Sasaki and the friends who kept her memory alive transcend mere beautified legend to achieve poignant, documented reality. The second book I want to talk about is fiction, but it also tells another of the tragic stories that wove through the years preceding, during, and after World War II. Katrina, it's a book called Katrina by Aaron Appelfeld. And Katrina is a simple Gentile housekeeper who lived and worked in a succession of Jewish households in the years before the war. Somehow, amid growing anti-Semitism and blossoming fascism, she found in these houses only love, culture, and a sense of home. Each time an employer leaves, is disappeared, or is murdered, Katrina is forced once again into privation and spiritual poverty. Appelfeld, a native of Bukovina in Moldavia, who now lives in Jerusalem, has created, in the words of a Publishers Weekly reviewer, a masterful novel. It is a powerful study of the poison of prejudice, a poignant meditation on life's horrors, beauty, and God's inscrutable ways. Next, I'm going to talk about a book called The Green History of the World, and it's by Clive Ponting. And this is found in our adult nonfiction. The very first book that I talked about is a biography, so it would be in the biography section. In the 304 section of the adult nonfiction. Author Ponting, an honorary research fellow in residence at University College in the United Kingdom, has related the state of the environment throughout history to the rise and fall of great civilizations. Sumeria, ancient Egypt, pre-Columbia North America, Rome, all disintegrated as they exhausted their bountiful natural resources. Each of these civilizations grew and prospered by exploiting the resources, only to expand to the point where the resources could no longer sustain the population. The inevitable result has been the collapse of each civilization. The London Observer reviewer says that Ponting, a historian by training, plays neither boffin nor buffoon in his explanations of ecosystems and their impact on human societies. Very interesting book. The last book I want to talk about today is called The Dragon Lady, The Life and Legend of the Last Empress of China by Sterling Seagrave. Dowager Empress Tuzu Hsi, 1835 to 1908, was a much maligned figure in Chinese history. Thanks to Sir Edmund Backhouse, the biographer most responsible for this misconception, Tuzu Hsi I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, has been remembered as one of history's monsters, an iron-willed concubine who usurped power and ruled from the dragon throne for half a century. In 1974, Backhouse was revealed to be a con man, his work a hoax and a forgery. Now, Sterling Seagrave, author of the Sung Dynasty and an investigative journalist in Asia, has undertaken the complete reappraisal of Tzu and her dynasty. His portrait is of a complex woman whose desperate, though often misguided, attempts to hold her country together show differently within the context of unrelenting foreign attempts to colonize and tear it apart. Far from being the all-powerful Dowager Queen, she was in fact a hostage to vengeful Manchu princes who used her in power struggles against both Chinese reformers and foreign intervention. This is an authentic portrait of a fascinating historical figure, as well as insight into the Western craving to believe in a sinister Orient. Before I close today, I want to do a little promo for all of the Christmas programs we have coming up. Our first program is on Wednesday, December 9th, and it'll be a program for children 6 to 12 years, and it's Making Your Own Gingerbread House. The next program is on December 14th, and that is our annual holiday family sing-along, and I believe we'll have Tony Hoyland and friends to lead us. Wednesday, December 16th, there'll be a program, again for children, on designing your own wrapping paper. We'll be doing sponge prints and potato prints and making some beautiful wrapping paper. The last program is December 20th, I believe. It's a Friday, and it's a preschool and toddler story time and Christmas party. And there will be a visit from St. Nick at that Christmas party. So please pre-register for these programs. You can call the library at 352-6333. I hope you all have a wonderful and warm holiday season, and we'll see you again in the new year.